Welcome to the Any Last Words podcast. Four overzealous friends severely in over their heads navigate what they claim to be areas of their own expertise, be it nerd culture, politics, or critiquing media.
Join us, if you will.
For these may very well be
Our last words.
Nec Ultima
Verba.
I'm a trombone kind of guy.
I knew
I
it.
look like one as well.
I need to be like a big horn one.
Yeah.
Big horny guy.
Exactly, I'm all about the big horny. So I've fallen into quite a few bodies of water in public areas. I've fallen into fountains. I've fallen into, not toilets, but I've fallen into koi ponds multiple times.
Really?
Wow.
The same koi pond twice, actually.
Oh my gosh.
3, 2, 1, clap.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Any Last Words podcast, rated at 13 caramel koalas out of 14 Freddo frogs. The conversion rate for those two is the caramel by chocolate ratio of the caramel koala divided by the air to chocolate ratio inside of an average Freddo frog package. You can do the math at home. I'm here with my favorite manager, the only manager I know, aside from Manager Ryan.
It's Manager Reggie. Who the hell is Manager Ryan?
Well...
Are you cheating on me? What the hell, man?
And we're here with a great guest. Yes, I'm just going to skate right past that. Yes, highly esteemed individual. Introduce yourself, if you will, please.
That's me, right?
It is you.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, it's Christina. Hello.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That says everything. We can all go home now.
Yeah. Woo.
Thank you for coming out to the Any Last Words podcast. That was amazing.
Okay.
But yes, it was pretty good. I'd give that a 6 out of 7 on the introduction rating scale.
Oh.
Yeah.
What would it
You get the 7 if you bring pizza.
Oh, okay.
But yes, and it's our first guest in a while, but he's not here.
We replaced
done it
him
again.
with Christina.
Oh.
That's why.
Actually, I quite like this change.
Yeah.
I could get behind this.
Knock.
Oh no, there it is. It's those low budget sound effects.
Opening the door sound. I heard someone say pizza.
I didn't even
and
hear the door open.
it doesn't matter anymore. Christina, I have a big question to ask right now.
Yes.
Does
go ahead.
pineapple belong on pizza?
Oh. I think it depends on what else is on the pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
A standard Hawaiian pizza.
Oh, I think that's fine.
Oh,
Okay, there we go. Look at that.
See?
God damn it.
For a minute, I thought we'd actually have to pause the recording
I
right
know.
there and then just stop.
Debate.
Why am I eternally surrounded by deranged maniacs? This isn't fair.
Yeah, see, Brand doesn't like pineapples on pizza at all.
Oh,
He's
really?
a bit weird.
I'm not
Even
weird.
on Hawaiian.
Wow.
It doesn't make sense. Okay, I'm
You
not
don't
getting
make
into
A
this.
sense.
lot of sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
There's only one issue with liking pineapple on pizza in this group, and it's that you can't buy a pineapple pizza to stop everyone else from eating it because everyone loves it.
I know, that's the problem.
Like, when you're around people like Brandon, you can order a pineapple pizza and know that no one else is going to touch it, and it's your pizza. But you can't do
that's
that
true.
around here because we're all good people with good taste,
Yeah.
except for Brandon.
Anyways,
Brandon doesn't like anything.
He doesn't.
that's not true.
Brandon, name
That's-
one thing you
You don't-
like.
Spaghetti?
Well, you
That
have that
doesn't
every
count.
night, so...
Exactly, you're forced to like spaghetti because
Yeah.
you'd die if you didn't like it. It's something
Now
else.
you're just making things up about me.
Dad would
But
be
more
lucky.
importantly, Christina,
Yes.
please
Yes.
introduce yourself in more detail.
In more detail, okay. I'm a friend of Reggie. Yeah,
Blurt.
we go to the same uni.
Cool,
Yeah.
3-minute 50.
Yeah.
Just for reference, we refer to Reggie as Reggie around here for
Yes.
privacy's sake.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
good.
it's
bad.
alright, it's alright.
Yeah. Mm.
Brandon, did you just make the guest apologize?
You just made her. What is wrong with you, Brandon?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This is why we just brushed over it and just put on the time. What's wrong with you, Brandon?
You can call me Poopy Head. You can call me Poopy Head for the rest of the episode if you want.
The hell?
Oh,
I mean, okay, to be fair, at least he kind of told me. So I can be more...
Yeah, you guys weren't very clear with what went wrong just now.
Let's start off again. Brandon, why don't you ask her your awkward question?
Yes.
And,
awkward question. We're meant to introduce the guest, you sadistic sons of guns. Oh my god.
You're like,
You're a son
introduce
of a
yourself again in more detail.
Of course.
Look,
Come
I
on,
forgot.
monkey dance.
What?
Huh?
You know, dance monkey.
Dance monkey? What's a dance
bidding.
monkey?
Oh.
That's rude. How could you ask the guest to do your
I'm
bidding?
talking to you, Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon. Even I knew that.
Look, I was trying something else. Look, okay. Well, regardless, Christina, I think we have a more important question to ask right off the bat.
Yeah.
What kind of shampoo do you use?
I don't even know. I just use the ones that my mom
Better
bought.
there.
Yeah, they're just... Yeah.
As you should.
Very personal
Exactly.
question, Brandon. Why would you do that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
why
that's
do you want to
very
know
out of the
what
blue.
shampoo I use?
Yeah, right?
It's not like we've done this before.
I know,
you know?
we
Like, that
haven't,
was just random.
definitely. Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we
Wow.
definitely have not done that before, and I was not just copying and pasting from the
This
last
is our
guest
first time
episode.
we've had a guest in a while, and you already want to scare her off.
I know. What's wrong with you?
Dang.
I mean, we
Free.
already know what's wrong with you, but, like, what's wrong with you now? You know?
Look, that 10-kilometer run I just took, it took a toll on me. That's all. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
boo-hoo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Thank you. Boo-hoo.
Brendan's
Sounds great.
dad listens to this podcast. He has to listen in on us bullying his
Oh.
son every week.
I'm surprised that hasn't been a deterrent
We
yet.
love your
Like,
son. He's just
I know,
so
we do.
adorable.
Yeah.
This is how we show affection.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? We're more aggressive on the show than we are outside of the show. I hope this is known. Outside of the show, we can't stop calling him cute because
I mean, I feel like that's a bit of an exaggeration, you know.
Nah.
I don't know. See, I'm outnumbered right now, but
Well, you keep doing those 10-kilometer runs, and eventually you'll be able to take on all of us.
Really?
You'll just have to wait for me to get cancer and die. But
Yes.
but maybe if you train like really hard for a couple decades, you'll be able to take on Reggie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe.
I appreciate that.
It's okay. I support you.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe anything, honestly.
You really don't.
Wow,
Are you an
very
atheist
skeptical.
or some shit? Like, damn, welcome to the club. It's great to have you here.
Who?
I love awkward. I'm talking to Brandon. You know, I just welcomed him into the atheist club because he doesn't believe in anything.
Oh, because you said
Aw.
it's nice to have you here, and Brandon's like doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
I know, it's just like doesn't
Like,
say
stress
anything.
off.
What happened to atheists being nice people who, you know, respond to greetings when greeted? Maybe you
Yeah.
shouldn't be part of the club.
You
know what else
You
is
know what's a good greeting?
Do
It's
go ahead.
someone came up to you and asked you, "What's the best type of brass instrument?"
That is a very difficult and
Ooh.
nuanced
Just
question.
out of the blue, they came to greet you, be like, "Yo, what's the best type of brass instrument?"
Okay, well, Brandon, I want to know what your favorite brass instrument is.
Oh, easy. I love myself the saxophone.
God fucking damn it.
I thought he was just gonna stop with "I love myself."
Yeah. Same.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. The
See,
I
like,
don't
saxophone.
believe that.
It's not a brass instrument.
God damn it!
Reggie, back me up on this one. But the saxophone
yeah.
is a woodwind,
That's
which
true.
consists of brass, but it is not a brass
It is
instrument.
not a brass instrument per se.
I know that we should be letting him slide with this one because he didn't study musicology and etc. But I have a grudge against a saxophone player, so I'm not going to let it slide.
Ooh,
It was
I
very
wonder what
personal.
Jack's gonna say.
He doesn't watch this anyways. But yeah, so come on, Brendan, a different instrument.
God damn it! That was the only one I could think of. The other one with the horn on it.
A lot of them have horns on them.
I know a lot of them have horns on it, but you gotta look at the shape of the horn. All right, they are all quite unique.
Are you a
in
French
the
horn
shapes.
kind of person?
I like the baritone.
Oh, we've got some taste in here.
Wow.
Yay!
Indeed. But what kind of baritone?
Baritone what?
Exactly, because baritone is the register. So, like, any brass instrument could be a baritone.
Yeah, I just realized after Googling it that, I just backed myself into a corner. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Look, it's not important what instrument I'm a fan of. That just put it like that. I'm not even much of a music person, so
You
it's
really
fine.
thought he could get away with baritone?
You had so many easy way outs. You could have just said fucking trumpet or something.
If I said that, then you would have bullied me for being basic.
I mean, at least you had it.
No.
At least it would have been like a right instrument.
Exactly.
That's true.
We're going to bully you for not naming a brass instrument and then naming a register instead of an instrument.
Yeah. Yeah. I deserve it. God damn it.
Do you want to have another shot at it? Magic comes in.
No, please. Let's move
You
on.
want to try again?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need this. Anyways, let's move on from me, please.
Although I think I could take a guess at Reggie's, perhaps only if by association. I'm going to assume the euphonium.
No, it is the trumpet.
Fair enough.
I do like the trumpet. I have a soft spot for the trumpet.
This is fair. I owned a trumpet very briefly.
Just because the
It's gone
sound is so quality.
It is very quality.
It's very quality, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know, it's such quality.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is quality, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I assumed, just briefly alluding as to why I assumed, because I don't want to seem like I just took a random guess, but Mr. J, I'm pretty sure, I mean, Reggie gets that.
Oh,
but I'm pretty sure
yeah,
his
my best friend
signature...
also plays the trumpet, so.
Well, yeah, but he also plays the euphonium.
He does play the euphonium, but I love the trumpet.
He's like a simp for the euphonium.
He is.
He's like an orchestral simp for the euphonium. So I just assumed that you'd be into the trivia.
Oh, you're so sweet, gal. You're so considerate. But, the trumpet...
I tried.
The trumpet is really, for me, especially when it comes to songs and stuff.
That's fair.
Just any kind of song. If there's a trumpet there, I will fall to the ground. I will fall to my knees because of the trumpet sound.
Exactly. You cannot go wrong with a trumpet.
You can't.
You really can't.
It's too... it hurts me too much because I feel it in my soul.
That is fair.
In my heart.
Yeah.
I'm a trombone kind of guy.
I knew it.
Look like one
I knew you'd be like a big horn one.
Yeah.
A big horny guy.
Exactly. I'm all about the big horny. Like that sliding motion, I think that's fun. And like you've seen those videos of guys with trombones sitting on the back of motorcycles and they're like blow into it and go over the range and it sounds like they're the motorcycle.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that. And I played the trombone briefly, but I had to give it back.
Oh man, what's with you and briefly playing brass instruments?
You know, there's a timeline to this.
He's a player. He likes to blow them and then put them away.
I played the trombone for a year. Then we got up to the recital. I played in the band for a bit. Then I had to give the trombone back. but I missed the trombone. Like, I was renting it. So then I went to Mum, and it's like, here, I'm going to give you, like, all the money I've been saving up. It's like a couple $100. Buy a trombone. She comes back with a trumpet. And I'm like, well, I can't. She tried, so I'm just going to sit here with this trumpet. Long story short, I gave away the trumpet for free to a friend who has no idea what to do with it.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I could have sold it on eBay for like $20.
Money.
I know, that shit's drug money. I've been asking for it back, but we've not been bothered to do anything about it.
Typical.
Right.
Very typical. But yes. But still, trombone. It's just nice, mellow.
But I love people who play the trombone. I love their cheeks when they blow. And then their face turns tomato red.
They do.
It's so funny to me.
This is why now I believe that anyone who has to blow into their instrument is not only really good at oral sex, but also an idiot. I mean, think about it. They can hold their breath for a lot longer. But, like, they're also an idiot because they have to sit there and they're potentially going to, like, knock themselves out mid-performance.
Wow, you just insulted me and my brother.
I know. I have. But it's a skill, and I admire it.
But it's a compliment as well.
It is. Like I'm saying, you guys are great at what you do.
Right,
it's excessive when you could just sit in front of like a piano, or you could be there with a guitar.
Oh, but that's so basic, you know.
I know it is.
Both me and Cal.
It is not. You
No,
know what
yeah,
I can
think
do with a
it's
piano?
basic.
I can play more than like 3 notes. Yeah?
I think it's
What I can
basic,
do with the guitar,
actually.
I can make it a piano.
This is true.
Oh.
Pianos and guitars are interchangeable.
Exactly.
They're practically
We
the
make
same
one.
instrument.
We make one.
The piano guitar, it's probably already a thing.
A guitar.
Isn't that
Exactly.
what a keytar
Yeah.
is?
Piano.
Piano.
Isn't that what a keytar? Isn't that
Exactly, it's a keytar.
Exactly.
Right, right.
Oh my god, Brandon actually knew the keytar.
Wow.
I'm so proud of you.
Wow.
Good job.
Good job.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're horrible human beings.
Oh no.
Oh my. Brandon, when's your redemption arc coming? Or your villain arc?
Villain? I don't know how to be
Yeah,
a
like-
villain.
Well, yeah, so when's your redemption arc coming?
What do you mean redemption arc?
When are you going to come back from all of this and just turn out like, the alpha male that you're supposed to be?
Oh my god.
You want me to do that?
Yes.
Well, I want you to try.
I wanted you to try.
Okay. I'll write that down on my to-do list.
Exactly. I
Become
want you like
alpha male,
working
yeah.
with Disney within the year,
Okay, that's never going to happen.
It really isn't. But if you did, it'd be horrible because they don't pay anyone decent wages. Ha ha ha, corporate. Anyways.
See, there's no way out of this pit that I've fallen into, unfortunately.
There really isn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else is also inescapable and a bit of a pit, but most people enjoy it, unlike Brandon enjoying his life? Country music.
What?
Now, I have a feeling, Brandon, do you like country music?
Yes
Really?
and no.
How much of a confident of a yes was that on a scale of 1 to 10,
Look,
Brandon?
I'm not too familiar with my genres in music, alright? That's the first thing I'm going to preface, so I don't know
Brandon
what's
doesn't listen to music.
This is true. Brand's music taste is soundtracks from TV shows that he watches,
I mean, fair enough.
which
Soundtracks are
is
pretty
a
good.
genre. Soundtracks
is,
are
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I could listen to the Interstellar soundtrack for days on end, and I know because I do.
Right.
But Brandon's entire musical collection stems around one show.
Not really, it's games and stuff, man.
Okay, well, games as well.
Okay, 2 shows and a few games.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks.
Will you bargain with that?
I don't know. It's fine, I guess. I'm not a musical person, I guess, but
Which is fine.
But more importantly, the whole country music thing, I don't know if any of the stuff I've ever listened to falls into that genre, like, at all. Because the closest thing that I can imagine would be considered country music is, like, Red Dead Redemption.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yes, Red
Yeah.
Dead Redemption is certainly something.
Yeah.
I'd say it's on the right track, and it's certainly thematically appropriate. But where did the no come from? You started to say no at the end of it.
I just wasn't sure. I have no idea.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's all. But yeah, Red Dead's music is just it's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe you do like country music.
Maybe I do. Maybe I do. There's also that one song that got really popular for no reason. It became a meme.
Oh my god! Don't tell me it's that.
Yeah.
Country Roads is fine. For a minute, I thought you were going to talk about something completely different, the name of which I've forgotten.
Well, then I guess I wouldn't know the name either. But either way, yeah.
Are we both thinking of the one Lil Nas X?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Oh, the one with the horse?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool. Big pause. I'm gonna note where that was. That was at 2040-ish.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah.
What about you, Christina?
Yes.
Do you like
me?
Do you like
Christian
Christina?
music.
No, do you
like them gospel
music?
tunes. You praise the Lord with your ears.
No. Country music.
Oh yeah. Like, I don't really mind country music.
Really? So
Not
if I went to you and started, getting my my freaking, I don't know, my banjo. Yeah.
Just, yeah.
And started singing and dancing my cowboy hat and stuff. Would you mind?
No, I think I'd actually enjoy that.
I think anyone would enjoy that.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'd probably enjoy doing myself.
Yeah, I can see it.
No, I'm not very picky with my music. Like, if it sounds good, then I'll just listen to it. So,
yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
Includes country music. So, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Would you go out of your way?
Honestly, no. I don't think if I was to choose some songs to listen to, country music wouldn't be the first stop that I'd make. Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, what would be then? Like, there's a lot out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a bit of a dick question on mine.
I actually do listen to a lot of soundtracks. Like Brand.
See?
Pretty
Brendan,
good.
you're not the only person who listens to
Exactly.
soundtracks.
We didn't
right?
say you
Calm
were
down.
wrong.
We just said that you haven't experienced all that there is.
Yeah, but then I don't
Settle
just
down,
listen to
Padawan.
soundtracks because that's a bit weird, Brandon. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well,
You need to broaden your music taste. Kind of venture out.
I know. It's just music. I mean, whenever I'm like going on driving lessons, we just have the radio on Smooth FM. Does that count?
That's
I mean,
good
it's
music
something.
too, though.
Yeah, there's a variety there, and
Yeah.
I do recall there was one instance. This was ages ago, like very early podcast era.
Oh, God.
We were all in the car, and I decided that I should have control. Dear Christ!
Wow.
Brandon,
Apologies.
dropped his mic.
My chair pulled on the microphone and it just went everywhere. But,
Brandon, you're meant to drop the mic when you do something dramatic and really cool.
Apologies. Please continue.
But yes.
Early podcast.
Yes, back in the early podcast days, we were in the car. I decided that I should have control over what we were listening to. And so for those of you who are listening, Google this at home if you so dare. But Steel Panther.
Oh, okay.
I tried to send Brandon and the rest of them over to the deep end with some very interesting metal. Once again, listen to this of your own volition. We're not going to play anything live because it'd be too much for the faint of heart. But what really caught me off guard was that Brandon did not get any of it. It made frequent innuendos and whatnot, but somehow he just blissfully went through the entire experience with a confused look on his face.
Hey, look, in all fairness, it's kind of hard to understand the lyrics to a song you've never heard before.
But we were literally trying to explain it to you.
Yeah, you guys kept using vague terminology and whatever, like pink something or I don't know. It was confusing.
You know what? Let's do a test right here, right now. I'm going to see if anyone else can get this.
Let's go.
One of the lyrics goes, 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink. That's called the shocker.
That's the thing that I can't remember. Does
anyone get that?
Okay. Yeah.
Think fingers, like it's a hand sign.
Stop.
Yeah, there we go. See, that did not take very long at all, Brandon.
Look who you're talking to.
This is a you problem.
Yeah, I know it's a me problem. I don't care to fix the problem. It's a you problem now.
That's so naughty.
It is, but it's a bop. And that's all that matters.
I kind of
It wasn't really.
I mean, hey, in the after show, you know?
Afterwards, guys.
Exactly.
I promise I'm not weird, just want to hear what this is about.
No, genuinely, I do think that they're actually a great band. This is the interesting thing about, like, metal bands and, like, rock and death and whatnot. They're all classically trained instrumentalists. Like, they don't come from a lot of them do come from a background of, like, setting up in their friend's garage and, like, practicing. But a lot of the time, they'll pursue classical training. Like, they could easily drop their electric guitars and whatnot and then head over to a grand piano.
True. Yes.
Exactly.
100%. I agree with this.
100%. Like, and
I always thought about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just carries right over. Like, the aura in like the mood of what they're trying to portray is very rebellious and like against the autocracy and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then when you get down to it, they're some of the most refined and astounding to behold musicians on the planet.
Right.
Yes. If you can get past the whole screamo element. Yes. This is just my personal opinion, which is fact.
It, but I get what you're saying.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I mean, you don't have to listen to screamo then. Like, that's its own little thing. There are plenty of other people who are perfectly legible. I quite like this new band that's turned up, which is local. They're a feminist band called Dick Lord.
Sounds good.
They're very recent. They've only got 1 album, but they're playing with a couple of other large hits in the upcoming months.
What is this?
What did this turn into?
It went from country to
Dick Lord.
Yeah, the real bloody
Genuinely, no. I think they're hilarious and they're amazing. And you can see it in them.
You said they were feminists?
Yeah, they're feminists. They're
like actually,
they're a
or
female
just
band. Like, they're women. Yes, Brandon, women can play rock too. Women can be death metal vocalists as well.
I thought you meant like jokingly they were feminists or something. I don't know.
No, like they're just legitimately a feminist band, and I think they're fucking hilarious, on point, and they're amazing to listen to.
Well, that's awesome. Okay.
I mean, a lot of bands are.
Yeah.
But, like, that's just a recent example of a new and upcoming talent, which no one's ever going to hear of unless I talk about it.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Well, thank you for enlightening our viewers. And
I've enlightened nothing in you, Brandon.
No, I know you haven't. You never will. But, yeah, thank you for enlightening everyone else, at least.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You know, just hope that no kids listen to this, or not kids who are not too young, because...
I mean, what's the age, you know?
You know, people who've gone past a childlike
For me,
sense
the
of
age is
wonderment.
like 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, people who are already past their sense of wonderment. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I lost that at the age of 6.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
So, if you've lost that already, then you are allowed to be here in the Any Last Words podcast.
Yes, exactly. To listen to this podcast, you have to have lost all sense of wonderment and youth whatsoever. This is an adult show with adult depressing things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And loud noises in the background, only occasionally.
Anyways,
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
What were we talking about?
That's
We
right.
I
were
was trying
talking
to
about-
segment into the kids.
We were, yeah, that's kind of ironic.
Oh,
I was trying to move on to the
Yes.
kids
Right.
subject.
Well, you continue your transition.
Continue on with your trying to transition part.
Yes.
I don't know what I was trying to do.
Just like start it, and we'll just cut all that other stuff out.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
already going to be cut. Just assume
Yeah.
that.
Let's do what Brandon does all the time.
Sports!
Kids!
Life and wonderment! Oh, no. Okay.
Okay. What did
Yes.
I say?
I really do not remember.
We were
You can
talking
start-
about how kids are not allowed to listen to it. No, that's not a good segment.
Listen to the podcast, and then we kind of got through that, and then it was... Then I said, I lost that at 6, and he's like, yeah, you can listen to the podcast, da-da-da-da-da. If you just start somewhere, I'll find a good place to cut and put it in.
Okay. Now, speaking of kids, have you ever done like anything weird as a child? Like, any
Two
weird
children?
habits?
Okay, for a minute, I thought you were going to go into something real nasty about doing weird things with kids.
You're a freaking pedo.
I've got too many of those stories that shouldn't be shared to the public.
Weird habits as a kid, like,
Brendan,
eating
you
bugs.
start. I know you've got something great.
Okay, well, it's not something that I did that was weird. It's just something funny that happened when I was like 3. Yeah. So you guys know Dreamworld, right?
Yes.
You know that one ride that recently killed like a family of 4?
What?
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Which
it's
one?
I don't know. That's out of
Yeah.
action now. It's just like a water
Is it the long
ride.
one?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I went on that when I was 3 years old.
Oh my god.
And that was the most terrifying moment of my life. Right? I still remember
Lovely.
vividly sitting on that
Really?
weird platform thing, and it was just going so fast through the water. I got drenched, and as a kid, I was obviously very upset about that.
Who takes a kid on a roller coaster? A 3-year-old child?
They've got the kids' little roller coaster ones.
I mean, yeah, but like, that one?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Were you even
but it
tall enough?
happened. I don't know.
Wow.
I never wanted.
His head is like the same
How did
level
they
as
get
the
you into the
handlebar.
ride?
I don't know, but I kid you not. I walked out of that place drenched, crying, super upset, and then the next day.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
God. Unsatisfied.
Well, but yeah. Then the next day we went to SeaWorld, and there's this. It's sort of a ride, but I think it's more like a tourism thing. But they had this bus that goes straight into the water, and it just it's like a little boat as well.
Oh, I think I've
And
done that.
after having developed a very quite, I would say, large trauma of water, that my parents took me onto that weird bus ride the next day. And the moment the bus turned off the road and headed straight for the ocean, I let out the loudest shriek. And I remember very vividly that stupid bus just going straight, beelining for the water. That was absolutely terrifying. And to this day, I'm slightly afraid of the ocean.
I'm terrified of the ocean.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, the ocean's... Ugh.
Yeah, it spawned a very... Oh, God, that was not good. But yeah, aside from that very funny experience that happened, traumatic experience, I don't know if I've had any like weird childhood stories of me like eating bugs or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But like,
I
you know,
mean-
it's like things that you find exciting or amazing, but like they're just stupid things.
Well, I guess, yeah, I grew up watching Cars, like the Pixar movie
I
Cars.
love that movie. All of those
Everyone
movies.
loves that movie.
Yeah, but you see, the
We
thing
don't
is,
talk about Cars too.
I was obsessed with that film as a kid for like 3 years straight since it came out.
Oh my god,
And-
did you have like a bed? Like that's a car?
Yes. Oh,
Really?
I didn't have a bed that was a car, but I did have Cars bed sheets.
Oh, okay.
I love
That's
that.
close
Close
enough.
enough.
Yeah. But even better than that, my parents went through 3 CDs that had Cars on it because I watched it that many times.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah, they got
Nice.
scratched up, so my dad had to burn it onto a new CD
Is this
each
like
time.
the same one? The same, like the first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Oh
That's,
my god.
I don't know
Wow.
why,
That's
but I
so
love that
funny.
movie so much. Yeah,
No, Bran, you love cars.
yeah.
I mean, Cars is a great
It is
franchise.
it's
That
amazing.
is
I love it.
true.
I loved it as a kid too. Not quite that badly though.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I had this weird thing for just cars in general as a kid, even though I don't.
Transformers as well.
Yeah,
You had a
Transformers.
thing for Transformers.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I grew up with that stuff, and the Michael Bay movies were so inappropriate for my age. My God.
I was taken to the first Transformers movie when I was a baby.
Funnily enough, I never actually saw the first Transformers movie until I was like 14.
Huh.
Yeah,
Somehow I beat you to that.
yeah,
I
somehow.
find it
But
hilarious.
yeah, the second movie introduced me to the concept of death when Optimus Prime died, and that broke my little heart at the time.
Spoiler!
Wow,
Look,
Brandon.
it's the most contrived character death I've ever seen in my entire life, okay? It doesn't make any sense. It happens for no reason. It's just there because it happened in the comics or something. You know?
That's
Painful.
It's stupid. But yeah, don't get me started on those Transformers movies. They just...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You mentioning water so much has reminded me, but like as a kid, I have this one party trick, and it was falling into public ponds.
What?
What?
Yes, I've fallen into quite a few bodies of water in public areas. I've fallen into fountains.
Toilets.
I've fallen into, not toilets, but I've fallen into koi ponds multiple times.
Really?
Wow.
The same koi pond twice, actually.
Oh my gosh.
God, Cal, you pull the Michael Scott.
I have quite a bit, actually, yeah. I'm trying not to name drop anything, but for those of us who are local, do you all recall that one art center which has that outdoor Japanese garden?
I went there for my birthday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, there's a bridge there which goes over the koi pond, and it's like a wooden bridge, and underneath
my
it there are some
God.
rocks. There was a point in time where that bridge wasn't there, and you just had to like walk across those rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fell in by walking over those rocks a lot. To the point where I think I'm the reason why they built that bridge. I'm pretty certain that they've had to fish me out of there so much
I'm
that they
gonna
just
ask
built
them.
a bridge.
I asked them why is there a bridge there.
I guarantee you it's because people just fell into it too many
They're
times. There
gonna
was this
say,
one
'cause
kid.
there's this one kid. It's like, oh, I know this guy. It's my friend.
Yeah, there was that. There's numerous public fountains.
Yeah.
I've gone home a very soggy young man a lot of times in my
Nah,
life.
I was too afraid to go near any public fountains. I don't know, just that residual trauma, it never left me.
Oh no! I mean, I don't know what it is, but I'm just accident prone, or at least I was. I haven't fallen in any bodies of water as of recent, so I'm on like a.
You're
I'm on
doing
like
well.
Yeah, I'm on a streak right now.
Let's see how long this lasts.
Exactly.
Right.
This next one's going to be big. I'm going to like fall off of a boat in the middle of the ocean or something.
That's like my biggest fear ever. God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yes.
Moving on then. Yeah. How about you, Reggie? You got any?
I don't know. It doesn't have anything to do with like water or anything, but like
That's fine.
I feel like I'm a weird child. Like I'm a weird person in general, and so I was probably a weird child. Crap! I can't speak English.
I mean, yeah.
I was probably a weird child as well.
Weird child club.
But I remember one time. I don't know if I've already told you this story before, but I was playing in the snow, and like we're in the snowy mountains with my family, and then
Naturally.
I think we went inside because it was it was cold, so we went inside to have a little break, having a cup of tea, whatever, eating, and I kept going outside, and like people were just there, smoking and stuff. What I did was, I thought it was cool, not to smoke or anything, but I like the the smoke like coming out of their mouths. It just looked cool.
Yeah.
And then so what I did, I would just, stand kind of not too close to them, but like stand next to them, and then I'd like pretend to be smoking. Like I'd blow,
I feel like we've all done the same.
I'd blow my warm air out, and then just and I would be there by myself just pretending to smoke, and then the people would like look at me weird. And then be like, okay, I'm going inside now. But then I went out. Like, I went out like multiple times just to do that.
Wow.
Oh my god, you were literally taking smoke breaks as a kid.
I know. But it was just so fun.
But I can do you one better with blowing hot air. I was a trained kid. Like, I had, trained
I was
phases.
trained.
Exactly. So I used to pretend that I was a steam train.
No
Oh,
way.
no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you
that
go on like
was-
all fours and stuff?
Oh, not quite that bad. I'd just be like walking along, but like I'd very quietly to myself just do like the puffing noises and just like pretend that the steam was like smoke coming out of the boiler and whatnot. Yeah.
It's quite
Yeah,
cool.
so I mean, train phase, it does some shit, alright?
I know. I kind of
changes
wish
you.
I was in a train phase, but I wasn't.
I had it bad. Like I've been told that what I used to do is I'd make my mother like go down to the train station, and we'd catch like a train to the city and then back for no reason other than just to be on the train.
I mean, that's kind of fun though, being on the
Yeah, but it's expensive.
That is true.
It is a little bit, and apparently I used to do that a lot.
Unless you just
So,
don't tap your card.
Yeah, but this is back in the day when you had to like buy a ticket.
Oh, okay.
And getting into the city would have been close to like $20.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was
Wow.
it was an expensive hobby. I don't remember any of it, so it wasn't worth
I
it.
remember
I could
telling
not
you
have
about
bothered.
this, yeah.
Yeah. I was just told that this is a thing I did, and all I could think of is, wow, my past self had no idea what money was. I mean, not that children do for the longest while.
That's true.
Yeah.
I was a cheap child.
Good for you.
I'm being serious. Like, I'm not saying this to brag or anything, because like everything in the store is like, everything in the store is that people would advertise and stuff. Obviously I'd be one of those kids who would be like, oh, mom, can I have this, and see stuff on TV. But then when it came to like actually going shopping, whenever I went shopping, I would choose the most cheapest thing. Not because it was
Fair
cheap,
enough.
but because I actually like the cheap stuff than the actual expensive stuff.
Hey, I'll give you that.
And then my mom would be like, sometimes, like with clothes or something, or I don't know, like small little figurines or something, she'd be like, you want this one? I'm like, no, that has too much stuff. And I'd choose the simplest one, and then it'd be the cheapest one. And then
I'm
my
kinda
mom
with you on
and
that
my
one,
grandma
yeah.
would be like, you're so cheap. I'm like, yeah, but this one's better.
Sometimes it's about simplicity and subtlety. You don't need to go overboard, especially with the children's clothing. Like, they're going to grow out of it in a couple of months.
Yeah.
So, like, who gives a flying fuck? I don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What about you, Christina? Do you have any weird things you did as a child?
Oh, I have so many weird things that I did as a child.
Oh, goody.
Name one.
Okay, this is like something creepy that I was like a really creepy child, I'll be honest. Because like I was such a loner, and then I had this vivid memory of like I went through this very long stage, like a year or so, where I would catch window flies and then I'd pull the wings off and then I'd chuck them into like bowls of water and then just watch them drown. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and then
my
because
God.
we had a sunroom, so then you just have all these flies in the summer, just like on the
Yes.
So then I eventually like even made my own techniques of catching the flies, like the fastest way.
Oh, that is perfect.
Yeah. And then I don't know why I did that, but I really did spend like a year or so just doing that in my like pastime, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, fair
Just
enough.
catching flies.
Yep.
I have something similar actually. I used to like kill flies with rubber bands.
Mm.
And I actually like, because like flies are annoying as. So if they
This
sit
is
on
true.
top of something, I would always have this like the fat red rubber bands you'd have,
Yes.
and I'd always have one around my wrist, and I'd take it out, and then when the fly would be like on like perched somewhere, like
Mm.
I'd take out the rubber band and I'd try to aim it, and then I'd kill it.
Oh my god.
I mean, as one
That's
does.
pretty good aim.
I know.
Yeah.
Trying to improve my skills in killing flies.
Yeah.
It was
I mean,
fun
props
as
to
hell, I'll
you.
tell you.
Mm.
Especially
Yeah,
in the summertime
definitely.
where all the flies
Yeah.
would come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That was like, the time to
That's-
hunt.
That
Mm.
really, I admire this.
Mm.
This is something I admire greatly.
We'll do it
Like,
next time,
you-
yeah? As a
100%.
bonding,
Just
bonding
like,
experience.
10 likes on this, and we'll go out and hunt.
It's
we'll
like
be
when
In the middle of
predators.
winter.
It's like when your dad takes you to a fishing trip or like to a camping
Exactly.
trip.
Mm.
I'll take you out to kill some flies, yeah?
Hell yeah. Oh no. I mean, it's interesting how at like a young age you can just sort of fall into that.
Mm.
Just find that so fascinating.
That's true.
It
Like-
was fun.
I desire to bring pain and suffering to those that are lesser than me.
I mean, we are hopeless as kids, so why not do it too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Insects.
exactly. Oh no. I mean, it's cathartic. Like, human children are the most pitiful things on the fucking planet. They can't do anything for themselves.
Yeah.
Mm.
And, I mean, that's by unfortunate design, but, like, fucking hell, giraffes can walk the moment they're born. We have to wait,
That's
like, another
true.
year and a half.
We humans are stupid.
We really are, and our babies are born premature because if we let them incubate any longer, then their heads would get so large that, pelvises would start erupting.
Mm.
Like, it's already bad as it is. So, I mean, humans are just inefficient. I feel like we should just
We need to kill
think
all
about it.
humans.
We should just get, like, more smaller and more efficient brains, like, up the intensity on the wrinkles.
I know.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like we'd be set and we'd all get smaller heads, and we all want smaller heads, right?
We do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, my head's pretty
suppose.
big in
Yeah.
proportion compared to the rest of my
exactly.
body.
Brandon's just so short, his head looks outrageously big. So like that doesn't help him. And if I had a smaller head, then the rest of me would look even bigger. So it's like, it's win-win.
Mm.
Brandon looks more normal, and I look less fat.
Yes.
Just more buff. It's like, wow, those are massive shoulders. Wow,
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Instead of just like, wow, those are relatively okay sized shoulders with a normal head and a fat ass gut.
Yeah.
Right. Of course.
Exactly. This is how biology works.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Stupid.
This is why I'm not allowed to be in charge of evolution.
Imagine if you were. Oh my god, we'd all be in hell.
My god, you'd all be like superhumans and shit, but
Mm.
you'd just kill each other quicker.
Yeah, but-
Except for me, though, right?
I think
Oh, I'd just
especially
leave you
you.
as normal.
Oh, yeah.
I'd probably take away a couple things.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Mm.
But yes, you had a point going.
Me.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I think it's kind of a good point that kids are like not that much smarter than they are right now, or at least for me, because when I was younger, I'd also like try to reenact a lot of movie scenes that I watched. And
Yeah,
then,
naturally.
naturally. And then, I think, in Indiana Jones, I'd watched that a lot with my brother. So then I tried to reenact a lot of those scenes. And then there was this one scene where I think he's in a cave, and then he gets a stick, and then like he gets like a cloth, he wraps it, and he makes a torch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I saw that he dumped like the cloth in like a fluid. So then I just thought that was water. And then I was like, I want to make one of those. So I just went into my backyard and then I got like a chunky stick that I found. And then I get like one of those hand towels and then I just drenched that in water. And then I like put it onto the stick and I tried to light it on fire, but it just never worked. I did that a couple times. Yeah. And I was like,
I always thought it was water too.
And then I was like, why is this never working? So then, like, after my 5th attempt of doing the exact same thing, I think I just gave up and then, like, went on to something else.
Yeah. I mean, that's how kids learn, by imitation. Like, they imitate the adults and the other people around them and whatnot. And also, I mean, movies and whatnot.
Right.
Which, I mean, sure, you could argue that makes kids impressionable at a young age, but you do grow out of that. Hence why I just like to say that no, people will not go start imitating John Wick and killing people.
Yeah.
I mean, if you kill their dog, though, then fair enough.
I mean, if you kill someone's dog, expect to die. That's how this works.
Yeah.
If someone touched my dog, I would burn this neighborhood to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's only rightful, you know?
I mean, you say that we grow out of it, but let me tell you something.
Some people don't, but do go ahead.
So, I used to watch MacGyver when I was younger.
Oh, yes.
Like the older one, not the new one. And I love that series. And I used to watch it all the time. Like my dad would have the like the whole CD collection of it. And I'd watch it. And I'd take little notes of, the things that he do. Never do it, but like I always take note of it that, if I wanted to blow something up, I have the information.
Right.
And then I found MacGyver again because like I wanted to watch it again, and I found it. I'm gonna say like a month ago or so, and like he was doing some stuff, and I was like, very interesting. You know what I do? I actually take notes of it. I don't know why, but I wanted to do some stuff. He was like trying to do how to break into something, and I was like, you know what, I think this is important, and I write it down as if I'm gonna use it in my life. But that's me. So I don't think I'm still a child inside.
Well,
that's probably better if you remain more childlike. She wants to be an adult, right? God.
What? Yeah.
Well, I mean, yes, I do understand that in the, like, bliss, like, ignorance is bliss. Like, sometimes I'd rather, not be old enough to know that nothing matters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
that feels like a nice thing. Yeah, it does. Like, at the end of the day, knowledge is power and whatnot. And sure, like, once you know something, you'd rather know it than not know it more often than not. Like, once you've gone into a position of knowing something, then you'd rather not be as willfully ignorant as you were before. But at the same time, sometimes you just don't want to know that there was cat inside of the Chinese food that you ate last night.
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah. That's true.
And I mean, like, okay, sure, that's understandable, but then you see the people who, like, fall into nihilism.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, anyone who takes the time to research it or study into some form of philosophy will inevitably come to a point where they stop believing that anything fucking matters. And all of a sudden, I mean, that just ruins their life until they can figure something out for themselves. But it comes from a place of learning, that aspect of nihilism, or rather pessimistic nihilism, because I mean there is optimistic nihilism where you don't give a shit, but you don't give a shit that you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, wow, fuck it. I mean, things are gonna happen. Whatever. I'll just do some drugs. Like, I mean, if that's gonna happen, then it's gonna happen because of temporal determinism. So, like, why the fuck not?
Yes.
But yes.
Right.
Children don't have to worry about that. They just do drugs because drugs are funny and they saw it on TV, right?
Yeah,
But then there's
definitely.
me, who's always high.
I know. Can we I'll take that gene and you can take my like alcohol immunity.
Don't worry, I'll fix it. I'll make it like me.
Oh no.
I'll make you high too. Don't worry.
Oh, I'd love that.
I'm my own drug.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, just do like 6 hits of Reggie and you're done.
No, you only
Whatever
need
that
one of
means.
them.
Yeah.
Oh my
You
god.
only need one hit of Reggie. You go
Oh
crazy.
boy. I mean, hey, sometimes you just gotta go crazy.
That's true.
Yeah, you can't be serious all day. Sometimes you just gotta let your hair down and go monkey. Just go
Yeah.
ape shit, return back to, what it is in life.
Yeah.
That's important. Yeah,
Yeah, run down the streets naked. Yeah.
exactly.
Obviously, you do that, Brain.
Yeah, like just now, about an hour ago, you were running down the street naked.
Yeah, it's nighttime. No one can see. All right. God, don't judge me.
Yeah, but what happens when you like come across someone who's running at you in the opposite direction?
Who said I was in a public place?
Well, where are you running naked?
In his
Well, you know-
bathroom.
He's just running on the spot in his
There's
bathroom.
not actually that much space in there, but the
Running in
big empty
circles.
fields outside of our high school. You wouldn't know this, Christina, but we basically have a
do.
big cow paddock right behind our old
Oh,
high
you're
school.
running with the cows.
Oh.
No, the cows were all asleep, but I did trip over a couple of them.
Wait,
Over a cow.
you had cows on your school?
Oh, around us.
There was,
Yeah.
Oh.
we were in a fairly
We were
rural,
in a farm.
Yeah, essentially, yes.
Mm.
There was like a monastery with a shit ton of monks and whatnot. There was,
Right.
and there was actually both a monastery and a church, like directly
Oh.
adjacent to the grounds. And then in between all that, there's just a large set of like church land, I'm pretty sure, which is just filled with cows and whatnot.
Right.
Mm.
The cows are chill. They walk right up to like the school buildings and shit, but yeah.
And just moo as loud as possible to get some
Yes.
attention.
More often than not, like if a cow walked past the window, any class would stop because everyone would just look at the cow and the
Yeah.
cow would look at everyone.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds pretty cool. I wish I had
Yeah.
animals. right
Except
next to
they
my
made us
school.
do like cross countries through the cow paddock. I mean, obviously they like partitioned the cows out because, fun fact, cows are actually extremely dangerous.
I
Right,
believe it.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're massive animals and incredibly strong. Sure, they're usually
Yeah.
docile, but like if they're given a reason to kick you in the face,
Yeah.
they're gonna like punch a hoof right through your skull.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 There was a high risk of running over cow shit. Oh, and snakes, actually.
And kangaroos. Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
wow.
We had a couple of
That many
kangaroos once.
Really? Cool.
Yeah. They were running through the main field on the school grounds.
I've
but-
never seen that.
Meanwhile, I nearly stepped on a snake in that paddock.
Yeah, we've got.
Yeah.
I nearly stepped on a snake in that library.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That snake was just chilling, all right? He was just trying to get his education on, and then you come along
It was a
and
baby
step on it.
snake. It was a baby snake, so that makes
That's
sense.
even worse.
That's even more
Yeah.
deadly.
It was also a red belly black snake, so that made
Oh,
Oh,
so was
wow.
mine.
yeah.
Maybe they were the same snake. I let mine get away.
Clary came and took it.
Oh no.
Oh.
It's alright though.
He probably just dumped him back in the paddock to kill another kid or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say something a lot worse, but anyway.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Killing kids is fine. It's whatever. They're all younger than me. I don't care.
Excuse me?
You can't say that, man. You can't say that.
Look, I mean, when I say younger than me, I mean as in like in a grade below me. You know?
Okay.
Because
would
they
you,
haven't gone
Right.
through
would
that
you
extra
kill-
year of existence.
Would
True,
you kill
yes.
the Avatar?
Well, the Avatar is technically 112 years old
No,
when
but
they
if
find
you,
him in
if,
the
if you
first
didn't
episode.
know, but they were like a child.
Well, I wouldn't be able to know because... Yeah, that was the premises of what you just asked. I'm so smart. I wouldn't be able to kill him because he's the Avatar and he just, like, whooped my ass.
Would you have like an instinct to want to?
Probably not, because he's a kid with a tattoo, so like that's kind of hardcore.
Like, whoa, that's pretty cool. Nice tattoo there.
Exactly, like, damn, bro, the fucking Buddhist monk ass stuff. Like, whoa, tattoos, so cool.
Yeah.
You the Avatar or something?
Have you seen the Avatar, Christina?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Naturally.
Exactly.
Yes. Would you call it the greatest thing that you've ever watched? The greatest cartoon you've ever watched?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Cool. Pointers. Wins all around.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
You should come around here more often. You like Avatar and you like pineapple on pizza. It's a perfect combo.
Yeah.
The pineapple on pizza thing is debatable, but sure, the Avatar thing makes up for it.
Brandon, you're debatable.
Yeah, I know.
Your life's debatable.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you ever
but-
watched a show that you thought it was okay, but then you just didn't like it when you kept watching it?
It's oddly specific.
Because I've done it multiple times.
Yes.
Right.
Where I've seen something, as like, a trailer, and then it'd be like, whoa, that's pretty cool. Then you watch the first episode, and you're like, yeah, okay, let's just see how it goes, testing the waters. You go to the second episode, maybe, I don't know. But then you
So
still
The Legend of Korra.
Yes!
Then by episode 3, it turned out to be complete trash, and you hate it for the rest of
I
your
don't
life.
know, I was already done with the first episode.
Oh, no.
Well, Christina, have you seen The Office at all?
I've seen a couple episodes.
That'll do.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, if you've seen one episode, you've seen them all. Kind of, not really.
Not at all.
They follow a very similar formula, okay, Brandon?
Yeah.
That's not to say that you shouldn't watch all of them, but it executes the same formula a lot, which is always good.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's consistent. It's stable. You don't have to think too much. It's just nice. You can sit back, relax, and watch The Office, and nothing is wrong with the world. Until you get to the last episode and there's no more Office to watch.
Yeah.
Then you remember that you exist and there are limitations to the amount of enjoyment that you can get out of life determined by predeterministic factors in your sociological position in society.
That's like all shows, though.
No, Korra just makes me angry.
That's
Right.
yeah,
Understandable.
Yeah.
it's been a while since I've seen it, so I don't know.
I didn't
Just don't
finish it.
rewatch it.
I
Exactly.
want to rewatch
shit.
it though. It's just more Avatar. It could be cool.
But it's not.
But it could have been better.
It could have been better.
It could have been so much better.
But at least it
that's
happened.
true.
At
And
least
then
it
they
happened.
dropped so many balls, and I understand. Justice, one of our previous guests, he's advocated for Korra. He's said that there are a lot of reasons as to why it didn't turn out that amazing.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it didn't turn out amazing, whether or not it was because of the network. And a lot of those decisions came down to writing and the writer's own personal choices. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. It was hot garbage.
Yeah.
I love
Yes.
hot garbage.
I know.
I'm not into the cold one,
Cold garbage is like, ugh, you have to put your hand in it to get it out of the sink, and it's like, ugh, disgusting. I don't like this. At least if it's warm, it's like, okay, this is fresh. There isn't too much bacteria on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I got to rewatch it to really kind of refine my opinion on it because I don't know. I remember it being okay towards the end, but
I probably do have to rewatch it, I will admit. And I can acknowledge that it has good points. I absolutely loved the world building and the fact that it was also sociologically accurate to what we've seen in real world applications of the Industrial Revolution. I love what they did with bending, and I love where they were going with a lot of things. But they dropped the ball too often. I was not happy with a lot of it. There was an entire plot line dedicated to how Aang was a horrible father. You know, like, they just kind of did everything possible to shit on the previous show.
Right.
Aang was a bad dad. They got rid of the avatar, the avatars, but only because they made the avatars broken in the first place, rather than just remedying that in a half-decent way. They just decided to get rid of one of the best aspects of the original show.
Yeah.
They removed any Eastern theology from the show whatsoever, so it just lost a lot of the gravitas of the original series.
That is true.
Lost a lot, which
Yeah.
I felt was integral. There wasn't an avatar's journey. Korra was just homeschooled.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like, that's boring as hell, and it kind of ruins her as an avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I genuinely feel like... And there was no development. Korra never learns.
Mm.
Like,
That's what I hate.
I've had people tell me that... But Korra had consequences, you know? Like, after, you know, being poisoned and whatnot, she lost, you know, her bending in the avatar state. But then, you know, she went through a process to heal through that. But you don't see any change. She never learned. She never grew. She just went back to being the same old Korra.
Yeah.
Punch it until it dies. And she's the avatar. You have to deal with it.
Yeah, but Callan, she punched it better. That's what you're not understanding.
Brandon. She's
Yeah,
the avatar. She's not Goku.
No, but Callan.
It's Dragon Ball. That's perfectly fine.
No, Callan. She just hit it harder, and that worked. You know, she was just hitting it too soft before. You don't understand. That's character development, man. You just have to hit it.
That's
hard.
character development for Goku, and they acknowledge, the writers of Dragon Ball acknowledge that's the whole point of Goku, to just train and get stronger and just live by his moral.
But like with
He doesn't
Avatar,
have
it's
to grow and
different.
change.
It's like a spiritual, like all the sense of
Exactly.
development
I
in
know,
every
I know.
possible way.
I know.
It's a coming-of-age story in the disguise of in the visage of an Eastern theologically appropriate love story to that.
Yeah.
Not just Korra's the avatar. She's gonna punch it real hard, and if you don't like her, then fuck off.
You know, you'd think she'd be smarter, but she's like real.
No, she's a fucking brick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that irritates me. They could have... Avatar Kyoshi, for example, as the previous avatar, is just... Like, they've done female avatars amazingly in the past. I'm just going to say it outright. That's the whole point of Korra in the day and age that she was written. It was a female avatar to get that representation going. But they've done female avatars already with amazing writing, with amazing backstories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had the perfect
Forgot
formula.
about that.
Exactly. Kyoshi's a badass.
That's
Korra's
true.
a whiny little fucking child.
I know.
And you don't even have to look at avatars. You've got Katara, who's amazing. I know, is outstanding. Toph is literally a blind child who kicks ass and is the world's first metal bender. She grows up to sire a school of metal benders, and she's one of the most amazing people. And then you've got... Fuck, I've forgotten their names, but that's because I'm just horrible with names.
Azula.
Well, I mean, sure, Azula was... Yeah, she was an extremely intimidating villain. But what's the name of Sokka's love interest?
Suki.
Suki, there you
that
go.
one.
I know. There you go. You've got non-bender female representation. Suki and the Warriors, they're amazing
so
on
cool.
screen. They were so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And they were literally like Korra to Sokka's own development of getting him out of being a bit of a misogynistic, you know, village idiot, essentially. Like, there was so much nuance to all of these characters who aren't even the protagonists of the original series. And they outshine Korra on levels I can't even state on, you know, not camera.
Right.
Well, I
They
think...
dropped the ball.
Yeah, that's as true as that is. I think the only thing we can do now is look towards the future.
Yeah,
Or what
the
they might
shitty
do.
remake that Netflix is going to be doing.
Not
Or
that.
the remake,
I meant,
the
like-
adaptation.
Is
Zero
there one
knows what
coming
that-
out?
Wait, there's
Yeah.
a Netflix adaptation?
There's a Netflix
Unfortunately.
live action adaptation.
Isn't that old?
What?
No, there's a new
Another one.
A new
No.
one?
Yes, but the issue with it is that the writers, like the original Avatar writers, they were on board with that for a while, but then they left because they said they
Oh.
didn't like the direction that Netflix was going. So
It's gonna be bad.
it's
Yeah.
going to be bad. We already
Mm.
know that's bad, but we know that the writers are also doing an animated movie of sorts.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So there's
Oh.
another Avatar project which should be good.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Cross your fingers.
And
Yeah.
all of that.
And Christina, we have another question that we like to ask all of our guests.
Mm-hmm.
What are your opinions actually on the paranormal, or like the possibility of alien life, any ghost stories, that sort of thing?
Oh. No, I think it'd be more fun. The world would be more fun if they did exist.
I love
you.
that attitude.
That's a good
That's a good attitude, yeah.
Yeah, because it's
Completely agreed.
kind of boring if it's just humans, you know?
Mm.
Like,
know.
the possibilities of having other life forms, I think that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
We're
And
just
then
going to
it's
nuke ourselves anyways. Let
Yeah,
something else be out
right.
there.
Yeah.
And then, but, yeah. But then, like, when it comes to ghosts and all that, I feel like it would be pretty cool to think that, once I die, there is a possibility that I might become a ghost.
Mm.
Right.
Ooh.
But there would be
So-
no way of knowing.
Yeah.
Like, at all. Yeah.
I mean, there is one way to know, personally.
Oh.
Be there.
But,
when it
yeah.
happens.
Yeah, but that's kind of involves
Mm.
dying.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I guess it's more like there's no way of really telling anyone.
Yeah,
There's
that's
anything more.
true.
Mm.
God. But that
I
that
mean, there
would be
are
good.
instances of near-life death experiences where people have died for a period of time, like clinically
Oh,
and
yeah.
otherwise, and then they've come back because their body has been revived,
Mm.
and it's still mixed accounts.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there was one guy who was a strict atheist, and then he
Mm.
just so happened to see like a field of flowers, and then his long lost sister, and all of a sudden he decided that just had to be heaven,
Wow.
Mm.
and then he
right.
ended up, converting and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, how
I
else would you
personally
explain
feel
that?
like-
Mm.
well, it's pretty natural. Like when the body dies, the brain releases like a chemical overload. Essentially, it just releases everything, resulting in a fervent scene of illusory and auditory hallucinations.
So like a dream.
Mm.
Essentially, like you just press the fast forward button and just go through a shit ton of hormones at once,
Mm.
like as you're dying.
Yuri.
So it's like a quick and easy way to get through puberty.
Essentially,
You heard it here, folks.
already like 80 years old and dying, so like it's a
Right,
bit
right.
late, Brandon. You won't grow that.
Well, no,
much.
this is for all the young viewers out there.
Oh yeah, if you want to like jumpstart puberty, just die real quick. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a perfectly reasonable explanation as to what people see,
Yeah.
when they die and then come back.
Mm.
Do you have any like ghost stories yourself, Christina?
No, I don't think I really ever encountered any paranormal activities
Mm,
or anything.
fair enough.
That's fair.
I always hear people who have, and I'm just like, I really want that myself. As scared as I would be, it would be nice
Like,
to
I want
just.
to experience something like
Mm.
that at
I
least
don't.
once.
Never. Don't want
Really?
to.
Yeah,
Mm.
it would be terrifying, but
I want to do it when I'm drunk or high.
well, then of course you're going to
Because-
see something.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, I know, but like that's how it happens, I
That's
want to
true.
like bring it onto myself, and then like when it does happen, whether or not it's real, I'm just going to be a bit of a drunken idiot.
Right.
It's like, hey, ghost, how's it going?
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
I
is
just
it-
fall asleep. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
and like I prefer it as well.
Like,
if
bro, if you're going to touch me, do it when I'm asleep. Kill me when I'm not here for it. 3 more beers, okay?
it would be nice if it happened in broad daylight, because of course at
Yeah.
nighttime you might just be
No
having lucid
way.
dreams or whatever.
Wait,
Broad
you know how
daylight.
ghosts are usually like, it's the thing where humans can become ghosts if they die like a traumatic death or something, or like with high emotions. But then what if you get killed by a ghost and then you go through that traumatic experience? Do you then also become a ghost?
It's just an awkward situation.
Yeah.
Right. Well, why the fuck did you do that?
Right.
What's up with
When
that,
you died,
bro?
Yeah.
an idiot.
What if they're just a lonely ghost and they're just there like,
Yeah, they
sorry,
just
I
want a
just felt
friend.
lonely.
Yeah, it's like I've been haunting this place for the past 100 years.
Yeah.
Just wanted a friend.
Bro, I want to haunt the next donors that come in here.
Right, I feel like it would be so fun to be a ghost in that aspect, just to
Yeah.
mess with people.
It would be. I'd do that all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, how would you exist as a ghost? Would you just be conscious that you're living forever in a sort of
Yeah,
afterlife kind of situation? Like, you're never truly going to die,
Yeah.
but you're also aware of what's going on. Yeah. I don't know if
I
I'd
do
want
know
that.
of some like paranormal stories, like urban legends, where a lot of the ghosts, they aren't aware that they're dead, so then they just repeat like the last moments on Earth over and over again.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, they're kind of like
that
stuck in a
one ancient
purgatory.
history professor in Hogwarts and Harry Potter, a book series and a movie series that Brandon has not watched. The ancient history professor is just a ghost who just one day woke up dead but continued teaching ancient history
Oh,
anyways.
okay.
Like he just died in his sleep in his chair, but his ghost got up and just continued teaching.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of like if you've left something unfinished and you die, then you're compelled
I think
to
they
try
just
and-
went with the idea that like he's just such a boring individual and his life had become such a routine that even after death his ghost just continued teaching.
Right.
Well, at least he's got the spirit. Ha! But I'm tished.
Ha ha ha! Brandon, you've been holding on to that one, haven't you?
No, I just thought of it actually.
Lies, I don't believe you.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I
Good
don't
for
believe me
you.
either. But,
But yes, I think we've just about done it. You know.
I think so.
Yeah.
We actually do have one last question, I think, for
We
you,
do.
Christina.
What kind of
Okay.
conditioner do you use?
I don't use conditioner.
Hey, there you go. Conditioners for rich people.
No. Oh yeah, I guess.
What are you
No,
saying?
I'm just saying that. Oh, it's not really about the price of it. I just never had the need for a conditioner.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just being cheeky. I have a thing against rich people.
Yeah.
Like, bro, share. Sharing is
Share your
caring. You know, you'll
conditioner.
feel better after you give me a cut. You know.
Yeah.
Oh no, but yes. In all seriousness, who wants to do it? Reggie, you can do it.
Yeah. So, any last words?
Oh my god.
That was amazing.
Roll credits. But seriously, any last words? Like, actually.
Okay.
After this, you will be.
you have to say.
You will be promptly killed after your last words. So they better make it count. You know.
Okay. No.
No.
No?
No. No.
I like that. Short, succinct,
In
powerful,
denial, yeah.
effective.
Love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like me.
Yep.
Thank you.
He's never coming back.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for coming out,
good.
everybody.
Yes.
Yes. Our non-resident artist, but artists who we keep shilling for free anyways. I don't know why we keep doing
I
that.
really don't.
Jay at ghosting_Charlie. How about just don't check out her Twitter and Instagram? For
Don't
once.
do it.
Don't send
Don't
her
do
money,
it.
all right? Don't you fucking dare, okay?
Reverse
she's gone off.
psychology.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's gone off and done her own thing, and it's like, wow, how dare you have 2 jobs and a university course and other obligations? Like, geez, stop being such an adult. What's wrong with you? But yes, as per usual, our other socials, I mean, it's all ALW podcasts on Twitter, etc. We're also on Spotify.
It's all in the description below.
On Spotify. If you're on yada yada yada, usual shill out corporation bullshit. I'll cut this out if I don't like it. Toodles, fuck off now.
Babies are so ugly.
Oh, they really fucking
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
They hate him.
They're just little fucking meat mashed potato ass.
You ever seen an Asian baby though? They're so cute.
But
Okay, Asian babies somehow got away with it.
I'm
I
an
was an
Asian
Asian baby. Yeah.
I
My
am.
sisters, what? Baby photo, what?
But have you
look at
seen
them.
white babies? They look like really
Donkeys.
They look like mashed potatoes with sunburn.
like little donkeys.
Okay, like Asian babies, they're okay. Like give it a few months, they start to like, you know, soften around the edges.
They start to cuten up.